out of the 30 Legos that you chose.
The 2022-2023 school year has been the first year students have been able to use Antwerp Local School's new Innovation and Aquaponics Center. Originally a patio for small student events, the renovated space now has a future of new classes and opportunities for the school and community. Mr. Kyle Zartman, director of the Innovation and Aquaponics Center, has been very busy managing the new space.
There's been a lot of things that's been happening, starting in the summer with getting all the equipment brought in here, making sure everything was done properly. Also with learning all the aspects of the equipment, making sure we're getting some of the training done, making sure that everything is up and running properly.
One of the biggest challenges for Zartman has been the greenhouse.
With the aquaponics, getting all the water quality, getting that all correct, making sure that there weren't any pollutants in it, as in making sure the ammonia levels and the chlorine was taken out, because here in Antwerp there's a lot of chlorine in the water depending on what day it is, so we had to install another filtering type system to take that chlorine out. We've had some issues even in the past few weeks dealing when it gets cold, making sure that it's staying warm enough out there. So most of the troubles that we've had has been dealt with in the greenhouse, but we are learning from it and getting better at it and solving those problems as we go, so that in the future we can be really successful.
Zartman has also been collaborating with many teachers to utilize the Innovation and Aquaponics Center and its new equipment and technology. So far this school year, the band, choir, broadcast students, and English students have used the sound room to record music, voiceovers, and podcasts. Teachers and students at all grade levels have used the lab spaces for classes, science projects, and VR goggle lessons. Anatomy, elementary, and middle school students have also experimented with the Z-Space laptops, which offer virtual reality learning experiences. Despite some of the difficulties in operating the greenhouse, Mr. Sisson's environmental science class has used it for hands-on lessons. Zartman is also experimenting with growing lettuce and herbs in the greenhouse for cafeteria use. One piece of equipment that has especially been utilized this school year is the Mamaki printer. Among other things, Zartman has used it to print window coverings for the school, including the A in the main entrance doorway. In Art 3 this fall, senior Gavin Clevenger designed a new sign for local business Petals and Vines. Zartman printed it on a canvas sign that owner Denise Coleman will hang on her shop's building. Ultimately, projects like this are the vision for the Innovation and Aquaponics Center, a place where students can learn and create authentic, hands-on ways that benefit not only them, but our community. One teacher who uses the Innovation Center's workroom frequently is Mr. Rick Wyrick, Antwerp's industrial technology teacher. His students have been using the Glowforge, a machine that etches into wood, acrylic, and other materials.
It's helped us to expand the ways we can do projects, or some of the projects we can actually implement now versus how we could before, because everything before had to be machine cut, which required skills on the individual machines and know how to use them, versus now we can just load a drawing into the Glowforge system and cut it out with precision.
With the introduction of the Innovation Center, Mr. Wyrick's students have many new opportunities.
I truly appreciate having the Innovation Center and the tooling and everything there, because besides the Glowforge, they also have 2 dual filament 3D printers down there, which kind of open things up a little bit more, at least in the area of my EYF engineering class. So it gives us some different ways we can take and explore some of the things we want to design and build that way.
As for the future of the Innovation and Aquaponics Center, Zartman, other teachers, and administrators are working on more plans for the space. New electives for next year are in the planning stage, including a design and marketing class taught by Mrs. Kayla Bagley and an elective centered around the greenhouse. Zartman also hopes to start a Future Farmers of America, or FFA, program, in addition to a competitive robotics team.
What am I most excited about? Just all the opportunities that it has for people to learn something differently. There's a lot of things that we would like to see happen, but it's just going to take little baby steps to get there. So it may not look like things are being used as much at the beginning, but in a process and taking these steps towards it, the center will get used more, just with all the amount of things that we have here that students can access and our teachers can access to give students a more engaging experience here in school.
Brynn Reinhart, ALS TV.